We're going to talk about a health service that is the people's health service, not the national health service. Because I don't even know what a nation is. It's just a word, it's just a sound in the ether. All I know is that I'm on terra firma, I'm on a landmass. I don't know about the UK, I'm not a member of the UK or a citizen. I don't even know what the UK is. It's just a made-up fantasy by the likes of Starmer and his rule makers and his robots and his ticker tape machines. I have no party to that. I have no understanding of where that, I was going to say man there, I'm sorry men, this maggot comes from. He's damaged. See him for what he is. He's dangerous because he's not like you and I. And we're going to introduce a brand new health service and we're going to take it to people's doors. We're going to knock on the doors. We're going to deliver treatments to them. We're going to deliver information to them. And we're going to deliver health to them. And they're going to be astonished. And they're going to get well. And they're going to get sane. And the kids are going to not have ADHD and autism anymore. We're going to do that. Because we are the sane people. We are the people that matter at the moment. The people who are out there at the moment are damaged beyond belief. And we have got to become warriors for them. We've got to get out there and heal the sick. We've got to cast out devils. And we've got to preach the good news. It's the gospel.
People at Apple learned their craft from the gambling industry to hijack your attention and dopamine and keep you weak and isolated. It is the perfect manifestation of a centralized system that concentrates your weakness to get more and more power over you and the world, Suki. Control your phone. Don't let it control you. Limit your screen time to 1 hour per day. After you stop listening to me, put away all technology and get pen and paper and make plan for every day. 1 hour a day of reading time. 1 hour per day of focused, uninterrupted time with your family. 1 hour per day for meditation and complete silence. Turn off all push notifications forever. Switch off internet on your phone. Only switch it on when you have scheduled your 1 hour screen time. Otherwise, leave it off. This way the Suki won't track you and hijack your mind, soul, and attention. Attention is the most valuable currency in the world. Control it, or they will control you.
We're coming to a realisation, that we're going to have to concentrate on different things. We're going to have to start receiving different input and accepting different reality than what we've been sold as a child, right up to adulthood, right up until the present day. A lot of us are bewildered. Well, we're waiting for the cavalry to arrive. We're waiting for the trumpets, the old cowboy films, where we're all surrounded by hostile tribes. All nonsense, by the way. But that's the mentality, and you're going to have to pick up the bugle, and I've got to pick up the bugle and sound the alarm for people, because all these different groups and all these different associations, all these different law groups and all these different court systems and everything that people have become aware of that I'm actively involved in, putting me 2 penneth worth in, mean absolutely zero, and can amount to absolutely zero if everyone around us is ill and sick and debilitated and not reasoning properly, and where they can't think straight, and if they do come to a decision, they can't muster the motivation to back that decision with any action, and they sit there and mobile, getting more frustrated and more. And this is what we're going to break. Like, the cavalry has come over the hill. The information is available, and we're going to hopefully, as a community and as a society, bring it all together under a banner, and we're going to be united in doing something that's going to be known as a great work if we'll undertake it. And it's going to come under the banner of the HENHS. The HENHS. The chickens. That seems a strange sort of header or banner to bring something in. So in this new information stream and in this new dynamic that we find ourselves in, part of this information is we're going to talk about chickens. Yeah, chickens, what a strange thing to talk about when you're talking about like cancer, and you're talking about tumours, and you're talking about Alzheimer's, and you're talking about ADHD. Oh, it's a strange thing to head it up by, well, we've been chickens for far too long. We've been clucking around while these people mean business. Well, behind the scenes, while we've been focusing on little Rwandan traumatised boys, there's been things going on in the background that are not reported, that should be reported. There are not hundreds of videos being bombarded into anything I look at. I only look at YouTube on the telly, but I don't get bombarded with any of this information I'm going to share with you now. But I want you to watch it, and I want you to feel it. I don't want you to view what you're going to look at. I want you to stop. I want you to take a breath, and I want you to think about reality. I'm sitting here now and my heart's broke because there isn't a bird in the sky here. There isn't a bird singing here where it was a cacophony a couple of weeks ago. These people that are operating, you're not supposed to notice this. Go out in your garden, go out somewhere and just see for yourself. I hope there are birds singing everywhere. They're not singing here. And you know, I'm mourning for them. That's why I like this video, is with the tone that it's in. So, hens and chickens, the most amazing little creature. I'd never had them. I was brought up when I was in the States, and this, that and the other. But when I came here to this place, I had a few chickens, and I got to interact with them for the first time in my life, and they are awesome. They are funny. They are super intelligent. They understand 100 words, could you believe? Yeah, they do. And what's been happening to them in the background is what's been happening to us in the foreground. They are being destroyed. They are being decimated, and they are being wiped off this planet for a reason, and for a very, very good reason. Because what they contain within their eggs and within their system is God engineered. It was put here with virtually every amino acid that you need to function mentally, psychically and physically. They are full of proteins and building blocks that you need to build every muscle, every cell, every brain cell, every part of you are contained within those hen's eggs. And these people know it well. These people know it well. And they have marked them for destruction. Just like your nan and the nurse know. Absolute destruction. I feel it. I can hear the screams and the terror of these little beautiful creatures. Have a look at this video for a bit. Have a look at what's screening here with the fires. 50,000 chickens burnt to death. 150,000 chickens burnt to death. By the millions, they are being burnt to death in industrial fashion style for a reason. Because they are going to save your life, what is contained within those eggs. Because they're going to get your brain back together. They are going to provide the building blocks for you to be able to transform your situation. And they are being destroyed. We touched on some of the videos with the amino acids. Please go and look at them again. The word amino and it comes from the egg yolk, lecithin. There are other compounds that I've touched on. But in this new HENHS and in this new paradigm, this is going to be taught to children in schools, our schools, that tell the truth. We're going to make them understand what an amazing creation they are. The compounds that are available. Amino acids are gonna change these children's lives from ADHD and from autism, the older people from Alzheimer's. There are substances that these people have kept hidden from you because their ultimate end was not your health, it was your wealth, it was your life, it was your happiness, it was your security, it was your property, and ultimately it was to be your soul, because these people envy what you are. You are made in God's image and they despise it because they have no connection to this creation whatsoever. They are just soul individuals. That's why when they come up in business to take your wealth, they wish you to become a soul trader. You have been sold. These words have power, they have meaning, and these people just operate in it thinking we're dumb. Well, we've been dumb for far too long. There are compounds available that will reverse our situation, that will make us strong, will make us fit again. And basically, if you want to realise what many of them are, think of the most demonised, think of the most ridiculed things that can come into your mind, and you'll find that they're the very things that you need the most right at this minute. These poor defenceless chickens have just been massacred. I want you to think back to the other grinning demon, Blair, the Blair Witch Project, him and his wife, Sherry Blair. You'll have a look into her background with the Blair. Her dad was an actor, a Scouser called Anthony Booth. Something happened to him, he got done in a fire. He used to be in, what was it called, Alf Garnett, Till Death Us Do Part, yeah. Get on him. Well, her family, the Blairs, and all that go back, and they were involved in the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, I mean, you just couldn't make this stuff up. That was their family, the Booths. Remember Wilkes Booth? Yeah, this is their family, and he never killed them in a barn either. He made his way back to Wales. Yeah, these people are all family, they're all the same. You just kill, steal and destroy, but that's them aside. What about us? Well, the cavalry's come over the hill because we're going to step in and we're going to take out a roadshow with your assistance, with your blessing and with your help and with God's providence. And we're going to go round to communities and we're going to go and we're going to make available to them information that they're going to get nowhere else. And hopefully we're going to put it on a big screen on the back of a truck, and we're going to show them competent doctors, we're going to show them evidences, we're going to show them reality of how they can repair their autistic children, how they can get rid of their mum and dad's dementia, how they can get rid of cancers, where they come from, how they ingested them, how they were scammed upon them, and how they can just turn round and hopefully, forgive these people. You must do. It's part of your healing, and you must move forward, but never be afraid of them, because there are compounds available that, if you look back or scroll back, to do with nicotine, whether everyone's got nicotine down as the most toxic, deadly, horrible thing. Well, it's in your foods, your plants, your body, your brain. Everything's got nicotinic receptor sites. These nicotinic receptor sites are incredible things. They turn on the synapses. You probably just watched it in the video. But think of this going in the unseen. But these people have known this stuff for millennia because it was given to them by entities. And they have used this same mechanism to play with our hormonal system, to turn it up, to turn it down, to scramble our gender, our sexual identity, male and female. And you've got I just can't even be bothered with it. It is ridiculous, it is a lie, and it is hellish and demonic. It is untrue, and you build your life upon it, and you're building it on sand. It's going to be destroyed, it's going to be washed away by reality. Our children have been targeted by individuals that have no soul. They have no grasp of human emotion or feeling, but we have. We love these people, and we're going to bring information to them. This truck that we're going to use, we're going to have a PA system where people can come and give their stories. where people can learn information, and we're going to bring remedies to them as well that are going to change their lives. We're going to bring, just name a couple of them, is we're going to bring ozone treatments to them. If you don't know about ozone treatments, make yourself totally familiar with them, because they are simple, they are self-applicable, and they are going to revolutionise your life. All the royal families, all of them use ozone, they always have. And it's oxygen, it's triatomic oxygen. I'm not going to get into any details now, I'm just going to give you some facts. But I want you to know what's on the table, what is going to be taken to people. We're going to utilise the dairies and the milkmen. I'm a lorry driver, I used to go out at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and the milk floats would be rattling up the street with barely nothing in them. 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, we're going to fill these milk floats if the dairies will cooperate. And we're going to have raw milk full of enzymes, and we're going to have kombucha that is going to repair the liver, it's going to taste beautiful, going to give the kids energy, it's going to revitalise your whole system. It is full of, when you look at the stuff that they sell you, the stuff in the supermarket, the Actimels, and they say it's got 30 billion cultures in it, that's nothing. You can deliver to them, there'll be trillions of them. The kombucha is like setting Rottweilers loose at a biochemical level in your system that's going to just rip these toxins to ribbons and get rid of them. If you're an alcoholic, you can repair your liver with kombucha. It's recorded, it's reported, it's fact, scientific fact. Well, that's a dodgy word. It's a reality that if you are an alcoholic and you are a drinker, regular consumption of kombucha will not only repair your liver, it will protect it from any further damage. That's just a drink. We can deliver that to people. It tastes beautiful. Your children will be super fit and super healthy. They'll be protected. Their immune system will be pumped up. No more Diet Coke. It's poison. Nearly killed my son. Poisoned him. Couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. That's how I got into biochemistry, through terror. Probably where a lot of you are sitting right now, terror, with a cancer diagnosis, or with a dementia diagnosis, or where I had my son's diagnosis, where he couldn't breathe, he couldn't walk up the stairs. This is a lad that's fit and well and was doing kickboxing, martial arts and everything. I didn't see him for a year or two. I spoke to him. It was his girlfriend saying, will you please speak to him, we won't go back into hospital. I had no clue. And he couldn't breathe. He couldn't walk up 3 stairs. He was decimated. And when I got told this over the phone, my son's a couple of 100 miles away, by the way, I collapsed. I fell onto the bath. I was in the bathroom, my wife handed me the phone, and when she relayed, she said that he can't breathe, and he's continually coughing non-stop. And I just went white. I felt the life force just drain, and I collapsed. And I remedied it, thank God that I had this information back then, because they wanted to take a portion of my son's lung, they were biopsying, I knew where it was headed. I wouldn't have my youngest son now if he'd have been left, if I wouldn't have had this information, and I'd have probably been donating a couple of quid to the hospice. Yeah, he was being poisoned with atrazine. He was being poisoned with the chemical he put in Diet Coke. He was consuming a 2-litre bottle of it nearly every day because it was red hot in Devon, and he was driving around in a van. Yeah, Diet Coke. No, we're going to drink kombucha. Not Diet Coke, not any of this toxic, poison, murderous, biochemical assault on us and our children, and the sweets they eat. All toxic. All got them in this destroyed condition, but we can detox them. We can get rid of that crap. We're going to introduce them to the things ozone will do for you. We've just begun as a pilot and a trial going round, and they're doing rectal insufflations. Bit of a pain in the bum, like to do. That's a joke, by the way, it isn't. Pain in the bum to talk about for me, but it's a lifesaver. It's simple. You can have it intravenously, you can bubble it into pure water, you get triatomic oxygen in your body, and it's going to murder all this toxic crap. And it's simple. It's just information, it's just knowledge, and then it's putting that knowledge into action. And this is simple. I've been using ozone for over a decade and a half. And people now who have got debilitating illnesses now are beginning to use ozone. They can only at the minute use it rectally. It's a simple enough thing. We're going to deliver it in a myriad of fashions. We're going to have ozone saunas. We're going to do intravenous ozone. We're going to get rid of tumours and cancers with it. All these different mechanisms that ozone will tackle, all these terrors that it will relieve, all these fears and anxieties it will suppress. And people will begin to think straight, because then when the cells are oxygenated and they are powered up and they're ready to produce ATP and energy, then the amino acids come into play. The amino acids build everything. You can do nothing without them. You're going to be imbecilic without amino acids. You're going to be sick and ill and dying without amino acids. That's why we're in the situation. Because these receptor sites for nicotine have been filled with other substances that they created to produce a specific shutdown of your system, so that your health suffers, your clarity of thought suffers, your dementia is the onset, because the synapses in your brain cannot turn on because they have no nicotine. There are other substances involved. There is lecithin that you find in sunflower. Lecithin. And these are compounds, these are brain food, these are synapse food. It's in sunflower lecithin. And it is absolutely crucial for these synapses in your brain to operate. And it's a liposomal fat. It's a choline. And coupled together with the amino acids, they produce compounds called peptides. This is what we're going to take to people. This is simple stuff. These are just compounds and peptides, and this is going to be the HENHS. We're going to say we're not going to be the chickens anymore. We're going to be informed and awake, and we're going to save our neighbours. We're going to save our families, and we're going to be men and we're going to be women, and we're going to do the business, because the scriptures that I follow, I'm not here by chance in front of this camera, because what it says in that book to me, and is a reality for you also, no matter what you believe, it says, I have chosen the times in which you will live. I have chosen the location in which you shall live. You were already chosen. You're up to it. Honestly, you're up to it. You've been lied to. You're up to it. You are capable. There is spiritual power available to you that you have no conception of. And God is watching and listening also. That's my awareness of this. But the people are going to get wise. We're going to go to them and we're going to try and tell them the truth. We're going to tell them they are under attack. We're going to help get the children with autism removed. On the day, these amino acids will do miracles for people with mood disorders, schizophrenia. The sun's out. The birds have gone. A lot of our friends and our family are gone also. It's my hope and my prayer that you're not one of them, that you're going to survive this onslaught and you're going to come through to victory, and you're going to do it now. But we need to formulate this HENHS, and I want you to have a look at what these people are trying to suppress, because years ago in my generation, used to be adverts on the TV, and he used to be a very famous comedian who was super famous. His name was Tony Hancock, and you'll never believe what he used to advertise on the telly. And the title of this video that we're going to show, it's called I've Sold My Soul. They're telling you something. They're letting you know something.
Go to work on an egg. Eggs for breakfast.
When I agreed to do an egg commercial, I didn't realise what it involved. eggs is cheap.
Eggs are easy.
They've been round here. They've taken over.
Eggs are full of protein.
I've sold my soul. I've been bought. Oh, that was nasty. Mind you, I like eggs. What was it they wanted me to say about them? They wrote it down somewhere. Oh, never mind. I'll think of it when I'm having my eggs.
Happiness is egg-shaped.
Yeah, that's it.
What can you say? These people are aware of this realm. They've just showed it to you. I've sold my soul. Voices, this is they're letting you know. And what are they promoting? At the time they were promoting eggs. They were promoting proteins. Why? Because they had holes to dig. They had buildings to build. They needed you to get to be fit and well, to work for them for a bit. Now it's over. Now it's, do you remember Edwina Curry? With the eggs? Salmonella, don't know, the eggs and the chickens. Honestly, you've got to get, they're a gift from God to you. The video is just showing you that, like, they're important. They want us to diminish, they want us to vanish. There's words I don't want to say because of the platforms we're on. And, you know, if you've lasted this far with us, honest, God bless you. Yeah, you've done well. Share it. Make sure this channel doesn't like this. It doesn't want this getting out anywhere. You've got to do it. Get it to all your mates. Get it to post it and whatever you do with it. Get it out so people watch it and all of that. But, well, you know, these people want us to disappear. They've scrambled our sexuality. Well, some people's sexuality. You know, they've messed with our endocrine system. They've messed with our, through these chemical compounds. And because we were lacking in amino acids, we couldn't rebuild our defences. Our walls were down. We were wide open, lying on our back with our feet in the air for these people, these biochemists to come in and upload these nicotine receptors, demonised nicotine. Remember the character, nicotine, and all that. Everyone's frightened of nicotine. You know, they've done the same with compound after compound after compound. But they know the power of amino acids. And they are out to destroy the factory units that will produce them for you for nothing. They will sort your depression, not only through the amino acids, through their physical company. They will make you laugh. They will engage you with life again. They will become your partner. You get where I'm coming from the heart to heart. These are beautiful little creatures. You know, look at what these people have done to them. The screams we never heard. The terror we never experienced. All them chemical factories were for our benefit. You remember Tony Blair with the BSE and with the cattle and with the cows and with the bonfires? Have a look at it. Think on these things. Think on the farmers who are being paid not to grow food anymore.
For the last 20 years, we've been attacked by the political classes telling us how to farm in the countryside. Colin Martin Rayner. I'm a farmer, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've been doing it for nearly 500 years, not me personally, but the family. Wheat, barley, oats, beans, maize and cattle and sheep. We've had enough. We don't need townies to tell us how to farm. We're now being paid to stop growing food and grow wildflowers. It's insanity. And we're thinking of ceasing our production after 500 years.
Think on these things. This is a pattern. This is a pattern. You've seen them in France, rioting and kicking off. They're being destroyed because you are the prize. You are the prize. We've got to move. Okay, so that's reality. We're going to create, that's the reality they've got over there, the picture they painted. That's the God they worship. That's the agenda they follow. Well, you get on with that over there, but I'm going to create my own reality over here. I'm going to look at this world through my eyes with the Spirit of God's help, and I'm going to make my own way through this world. I don't need your authority. I don't need your permission. I don't need your guidance. I don't need your assistance. I don't need your supervision. And I certainly don't need your law. Your law is disgraceful. It impoverishes and it frightens and it terrifies. There is no justice or love or equity involved within it. You are what Jesus said you were, thieves and robbers. Every word that comes out of your mouth is a lie. And God has got your number, and we've got your number, and we are not afraid of you. We are afraid of letting God down. We are afraid of letting Jesus down, because he's the one you hate, and he's the one I love, because we are as poles apart as you could imagine. And there is a God in heaven that reveals secrets. Yours are being revealed right now, and this one ain't secret. If you do not repent, you are going to be destroyed, Mr. Starmer, Mrs. Eagle, whatever you are, and your ilk with you, and the good men and women who are listening to this video and whose heart is resounding with what I'm saying. We are one, and we are a creation of Almighty God, and we're going to measure up to that title. Because look, watch this video. We are not going to go away anywhere. Watch what happens when you start taking these eggs. These were the good old days I grew up in. This is when men were winning and women were winning. This is when everything was going along okay.
Main feature of Breakfast Fortnight, the Egg Marketing Board's big promotion to encourage everyone to go to work on an egg, are the egg chicks. They'll visit you at breakfast time, and if you've got eggs on the menu, you get a premium bond. If you haven't, they'll give you a free sample. Of eggs, that is. Of course, first thing in the morning, one often feels a bit egg-bound. Not really inclined to come out of one's shell to chat up a bird on the doorstep, even if she is the opposite of an old boiler. But if you've got an egg on the boil, you're suddenly a premium bond better off. As for the Milk Marketing Board, they go to work on the chicks.